Hi then guys, and welcome back to episode 2. Hope you really enjoyed episode 1, getting to know us a little bit and our coming out stories and bits and bobs like that. So this episode, we are going to talk to someone who is a friend of ours who I met through TikTok, Maria. So she's from Sydney in Australia. We were speaking, I was speaking off camera with her this morning to try and organise Zoom with her because she's never used it. So fingers crossed, everything will be all right. Obviously from Nottingham and Cyprus and Scotland and Sydney, it was like trying to get everyone in and meet up. But yes, thank you for all the good positive feedback that you gave us as well on our first show. It was really uplifting and really, really nice that actually, people actually liking what we're doing. So did you like, guys, did you like all the feedback and everything that we received?
Loved it.
It was good. Yeah. It was like uplifting and everything, wasn't it? I felt really good after it all.
Yeah, it was nice. I had loads of positive comments saying that they really appreciate what we're doing. They think it's a good thing. Hopefully we'll be able to help out a few people. So so far so good.
Yeah, and that's why we're doing it. So please let us know what you think. Even if you want a shout out or if it's just a little message to say hi, we love it because we've had a lot of views and we've had a lot of comments, but it does mean does make a big difference to us because it means that we know what we're doing is making a difference. Yeah, and that's why we're doing it.
That's it. So you can also follow us on our social medias. So we've got an Instagram page at Real Life Gays, and we also have a fan page on Facebook as well. So you can follow us there also. So we do have an email address as well. So that's reallifegays@yahoo.com. So you can email us with any topics, any questions that you have for either any of us three, or give us some constructive feedback or anything like that. We'll happily take on all your emails.
Definitely. And that's how we've got onto this episode, because I think you spoke to Maria and discussed about doing an episode on being gay in a third world country, really, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So she emailed us and give us like a brief background. And then we spoke off camera briefly as well. So yeah, so that will be today's episode. So hopefully we're going to be able to call Maria into this call in a moment. So we're just going to wait and see now. So here goes.
Yay! Great. Cheers.
Cheers. Right, so Maria, so if what we're going to say is, obviously this is my friend Maria, who I met on TikTok. So Maria, could you tell us a bit about yourself? Where do you live? What is it you do, etc.?
Well, Lee calls me Maria, but I came from the Philippines, which I'm called Desiree. I'm half Spanish, half Filipino. But currently I'm at Sydney. I've been living here for quite some time, like 20 years now. And I'm a nurse.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. I do nursing home. Not the hospital, so I kind of do shifty work. So at the moment, I did not really know that I'm going to be extending. So my apologies, really.
Oh.
However, it's cool.
No, that's fine. So when we started discussing about you coming on the show, and you had some ideas that you wanted to come on the show and talk about, obviously we spoke privately, separate to this, to say about the different topics. So I know that you wanted to touch on the fact that what it would be like for someone to be gay or lesbian in, say, another country or another background. Yeah. So would you be able to elaborate on that for us?
Because I came from the Philippines. That's where I grew up. It's a third world country, and it's also a country that was long colonized by Spanish. So they're like old-fashioned, and most of them are anti-gays, especially the males. They don't want gay in the family. So usually if they have a son who is gay, or it is usually the males who comes to be victimized, violence will be happening in the family. Like the father will always beat up the son to straighten him up to be a straight boy. because they would not accept any gay in their family. Like he comes to be punished a lot by violence, hitting, bashing, or sometimes to be extreme, they be drowning them in like a pool. So they will just become gay, like I mean, a straight boy. So usually what happen is they hide themselves, they turn into wrong friends, or they go to drugs because of traumas, because of violence traumas. And also some families doesn't give opportunity to a gay child to pursue a career in their dreams. They usually just after high school they just stay home, or you can do the household chores, or because you're gay anyway you're a shame in the family. It's like
Yeah.
so it's really, it's very sad. That's why when I came to Australia, Australia is very open to gay, bisexual, and the LGBTI, and we got Mardi Gras and everything. I was really happy because gays are really good people. You guys express what you feel and you don't care. Like most of the straight people always, or what do you call that? What do you call it? A hypocrite?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, but the gay people are just, what we are is what we are. Accept us, otherwise we're still beautiful. It's like that.
Yes.
That's why I keep hanging with gay people because I feel like open is like whatever am I, you guys can accept me because you're accepting everything and just what it is it is, and it's really good.
Yeah. Is it actually illegal to be gay in the Philippines?
It's not illegal, but there is no law of being gay in the Philippines. However, it's the attitude, it's the old fashioned attitude.
Yeah.
Going back to the old fashioned days where the skirts are really long and you can't even see, like, you have to cover your mouth if you laugh like that in the Philippines. So they're really, really, really ashamed of a guy. And also it comes up to the religion.
Yeah.
Catholic, because Philippines is a strict Catholic country. So Catholicism, they don't actually accept the third sex. So that's why I think that's the song that take me to church because
Yeah.
it's really true. The Bible, they're like preaching that the Bible doesn't include third sex. That God only made man and a woman, which is entirely, bogus.
Mhm.
So that's that is what they follow.
Yeah.
So have you noticed at all any progression anywhere within, say, the Philippines of
Oh yeah,
LGBT in a positive way?
yeah. Actually, as I grew up, a lot of you famous fashion designers that are gay came up. They went to fashion designing first, and then hairdressing, and then when I went to uni, I've got like gay classmates too, which are taking up law because I took law in the Philippines, taking up law and those stuff, and which is cool because I think it's the parents now. The parents are like moving forward as the cycle of life is moving forward and not being old fashioned anymore. But still, there's still a lot of, especially in men, like if you pass, if you're walking by a pub and some group of men are drunk and there's a gay guy walking, they'll just trip on him and bash him to death. And then we'll just see dead gay body in the sidewalks and stuff like that.
And what would, say, the police or the, say, government or anything like that, would they not do anything?
Nothing, because cops are also like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the cops is just generally most of the male in my countries mostly are not accepting the third sex. So even cops, if there's like they caught a criminal which is a gay, oh my god, they're gonna do police brutality on him. So that's just it. I've got like one friend who was accused of stealing. He was not. Then I came with him to jail to bail him out. And then he told me what they did to him. He actually brutally bashed him, like, punch him and bash him in the head and kick him and everything. And he was really bruised up. Because I didn't bring him to the hospital because I was a nurse. So I just give him first aid, just put on some painkillers and ice packs and stuff.
That's really sad.
It is very sad, unfortunately. But it's not only the Philippines that is that happening. It's also like most of it is coming to be like from Asia. Asians are like that, or those countries which are colonized by a very very old-fashioned royalty. Something like that. Yeah.
It is. It's like an outdated view on people. It's so frustrating to kind of hear that things like this are still happening in a world that majority of people are moving on from that kind of attitude, and they're now just accepting. And then you still find countries. I mean, whether they're just third world countries, I don't know, but it's still really sad to hear it.
By the stories, hearing from the stories, my stories, it feels sad, right? It's a very political country. Unless someone who is gay, who is in politics, openly gay, who is in politics, he will or she will fight for it. But unfortunately, even the one who in politics which are gay, are still in the closet. So they're ashamed of themselves. That's the ideology there. It's not really nice. I can like what happened in Sydney. Before they're not the story of the Mardi Gras. That's why we celebrate Mardi Gras here, is because at one point the gay, lesbians, and the other sexes, they are not being accepted until they come up to one day rally, and it became violent, and they rally for weeks until the government gave in to them to be legally accepted, honored, respect, and have legal rights as a straight one, which they can get married. So that's why we celebrate Mardi Gras here, and it's a big parade.
Yeah.
I've never been lucky enough to go to a Mardi Gras, and I know we've spoken privately, and you've said you should come over. Literally, if we were closer, I'd be there. It would be amazing.
That's gonna happen. We just have to wait. I know that's gonna happen.
Maybe we can have real life gays on tour.
Yay! That's the dream.
I'm supporting that 100%.
Thank you ever so much. So what we'll do, I know you're very short of time. I just wanted to thank you very much. It's been lovely. We did speak before this as well, so it's been lovely to put a voice to the face. Obviously, we did meet through TikTok and everything else, so that's lovely. Well, listen, thank you ever so much, and we'll definitely speak again later on privately and everything else. Okay then, my lovely. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Lots of love. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Beautiful. Bye.
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 It was very, very nice having her on, but at the same time it was quite sad, because then you realise that how bad things are still in other places. I mean, I lived in Egypt, but I lived in a place that was quite westernized in Egypt, and I also lived in Dubai. And again, there's an underground kind of world for, people like us that are still rife. It's everywhere, but it's illegal in these places. The fact that it's not illegal in the Philippines and they're still going through all that just because people are so discriminated against, it's very sad. So whilst it was nice having her on, it was like a bittersweet.
I think it's quite nice to makes you realise how lucky we are to be in
definitely.
100%, yes.
Just like you, it's very westernised. So Cyprus is fine. I mean, it's part of the EU, so being gay is legal. It's just to hear stories where it's that bad.
I know.
It brings it home a little bit, and you think, wow, like we are very lucky to be part of countries that are so accepting.
Yeah, I mean, the fact we can get married. Do you know what I mean? You're married, I'm married. We wouldn't have been able to do that.
Exactly.
Not even, what was it, 10 years? I mean, the fact we can do that and people can't even tell their friends and family they're gay without fear of being killed in some places, it's insane.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes you want to do something though. It makes you want to like fight for them.
I know, right? Get your superhero costume. Let's go.
Gay man.
We're the real life gays. We're not.
What's the temperature there, boys?
Like
Sunny.
10 degrees.
10.
I don't know what the temperature is actually.
10.
And raining outside right now. I've got a big puddle at my drive.
It's 38 degrees here at the moment.
Oh,
I'm melting.
look how tanned you are. I mean, I'm sitting at a window. I look like a cast with a friendly ghost here.
I've only got
You're as black as the night is. Look at you. Very, very
We're
jealous.
18 degrees here.
What?
18 degrees.
18 degrees. Wow.
And
that's
sunny.
a bit hot.
Sunny and blue skies.
No, not here. Peeing down with rain. Welcome to Scotland.
Exactly. That's why you're there.
So what's everyone been up to all week?
Sunbathing.
Oh.
I've been doing my work.
I've just obviously continuing self-isolating this end. Been FaceTime calling with the family. It's been really nice. I've actually been getting to know other TikTokers. Don't get jealous. So we've been doing like FaceTime calls and whatnot. So it's been really, really nice actually, and it's actually like seeing. I know I keep going on about it because I feel on TikTok it's just lip syncing, so it's not their voice.
Yeah.
So when you're speaking to someone, so I've been speaking to a number of different people, and literally we've been on phone calls for like 2-3 hours, howling and laughing. I'm glad they're not being recorded because of the stuff we talk about. But no, very, very uplifting. So it's just nice that we've met friends, you know, on TikTok, and they're now slowly moving into our personal lives as well. But generally keeping in touch with friends and family, and also in our work life as well. I'm not working at the moment. I'm shielding at home, but I'm also studying as well towards a diploma at work. So I've basically been doing that and doing bits of gardening and cutting the grass. That's about it.
And you're getting
What about
ready
you,
to go back to work, Rhys, is that right?
Yeah, I've got 2 days left and then I'm back. So I've been doing a
Are you
lot.
looking forward
You're
to it?
excited? Nervous? Excited?
I'm excited, but as I was on my phone to my family last night, and like I'm excited to go back, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to because I've got used to having a life where I'm
Did nothing.
the person, where like I'm more important than the job, and I'm more important than. And it's quite nice to feel that way, like to just look after myself for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've never done that. I've always worked though.
This is the new normal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you've obviously been in lockdown a lot longer over in Cyprus. We're into our 9th week here,
We've done
and
13.
it's just become the new normal. Like for people like me and Lee, and a lot of other people I know, we are on furlough. Some people I know are self-employed, so they can't work as well. And you just get a new routine. Like the weeks are going so quick, but my house has never been so clean. My husband's been in the garden every week, so the garden's never looked so good. And we're seeing more probably of our friends than we would normally because you're interacting with them all the time. I think because when you're out of lockdown and you live a normal life, you kind of take the fact you can just nip up to see your friends or pop over to see your family for granted. So when you know you can't do it, it just like something in your head says that, oh, you must talk to them. I don't know if you're also worried as well that the virus might get one of them or something, so you feel like you have to talk to them just to see what's happening and just check in once in a while and let them know you're coping all right as well. Do you know what I mean? So when people ask me what I've done all week, I'm like, the same as what I've done the last 7 weeks. Pretty much.
And without putting a damper on things, it's, you know, I'm the type of person to keep upbeat and happy. And yes, it's been lovely. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's been lovely, but I've kept myself busy. I've done TikToks, I've FaceTime family and this, that and the other. And I would probably say that I've never been anyone that in my past has ever suffered from, say, depression or anything like that. And I'm not saying that I've got that now, but it's an eye-opener to actually think that something like this can actually change your whole world in such a way And I have struggled. You know, I hold my hands up 100%. I've struggled. I'm living here on my own. I can't really go out and mix with people because of the lockdown and this, that, and the other. But with support and everything from friends, family, it's slightly getting hard things like tips, you know, new series that are coming on Netflix that I'm loving. Was it Schitt's Creek and things like that? New series have all come out, which is really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, me and Rhys are quite lucky. We have partners in the house that keep us company. We do things together. Obviously, you're alone. So yeah, that must be really hard actually, sometimes.
Oh, pandemic
it
thing.
Can be, yeah.
It's shined bright light on mental health, definitely. It shined a big bright light on mental health and how people are coping.
Oh my God, yeah.
And what we could do to help anyone out. Like what you were saying about contacting your family, I mean, as annoying as it is because of the time difference for me. So I'd have to talk to my family about 9 o'clock at night here. So that's when I'm just kind of settled down. But I don't want to miss it because I don't want them to feel like they can't talk to me. So I'm constantly like, oh yeah, I'll talk to you. Making sure that they're okay. And I think that's the biggest thing, especially now, is just making sure everyone's actually okay mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's hard, and especially if you're on your own. I mean, I don't think I could do this on my own. So much love to you.
I know, Lee. Well done, Lee.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely.
I've got my own little special way that I'm dealing with it and this, that, and the other. So, for want of a better words, I'm in my own little bubble and I'm just plodding along and
and it's trying to stay positive, and it's harder some days.
Definitely.
Like, even though I'm busy and I'm having a good time, so to say, there are still days where you're like, oh, I just want to go and give my mum and dad a big hug, or I just want to go and visit my sister, or just physical contact with someone that's not your husband. Do you know what I mean? Or anyone else. You just think, oh.
I think
when
as soon as we get out of
lockdown, when you see other people not doing it, it makes you even more angry because you're like, you're sacrificing your own happiness and your own life, putting it on hold to protect the world, so to speak. And you've got wee Jimmy and Isa at the end of the street who don't give a shit. And you're like, oh, great, you're a selfish bastard. Excuse the language, but it's true.
Right.
Oh, anyway.
True though, it does frustrate you when you see this. I mean, out here in Cyprus, so the lockdown is really strict, as you know. And the rules about the whole beach thing is that we're allowed to go to the beach for a swim, and that's it. We're not allowed to bathe or anything like that. And then all weekend, because it's a really hot weekend, people have been going to the beach as a leisure thing. So they go in, they're sunbathing. And you think, there's people like me who have literally stayed indoors this whole 13 weeks, apart from to go to the shop and back, sacrificing, not being able to see people, not being able to do anything. And then just because you fancy a nice tan, you're going to go and take a trip to the beach.
Yeah.
It really frustrates me because I just think, look, a couple more days and we'll all be back to normal, especially out here in Cyprus. It is literally 2 more days and then we'll be back to normal. So...
Yeah, but your death rate is how much?
We've only had, I think it's 13 maximum, I think.
Exactly, 13. We're still in the hundreds here. And we're like, oh, let's ease the lockdown when we're still getting 500 deaths a day. Yeah. I mean, Scotland is a little bit different because they've decided, no, we're still staying at home and our kind of message hasn't changed. But the UK itself, are saying, go back to work if you can, let's start going out as often as we can. And it's just all very confusing. And it confuses me when countries like yours are taking it so strict and we aren't.
Yeah. I was watching the news this morning and the one thing that really frustrated me was, they were talking about schools reopening, which fair enough, you can do as long as there's rules to follow. I mean, in Cyprus, I think it's 10 students a class and they've separated the classes into 2 separate days. Something like that. You can do it, logically. But then the other bit was about restarting football. Now, in my head, there's important things that need to start other than football. And it really frustrated me because I thought, why are you even talking about football? Football can wait.
Yeah,
these people are out of work that need to earn money.
Money. That's all they're thinking about.
It really frustrated me because I just thought, no.
So Rhys, you're obviously a hairdresser.
Yes.
So are there any measures that you're putting in place as a hairdresser to to protect
You
yourself?
have to cut hair like this.
Yeah, basically, we have to wear gloves and masks. We have to wear like a shield for shampooing.
Oh.
Well.
Hmm.
We're only allowed one person per 8 square meters in the building.
Okay.
Everybody has to have their temperatures checked when they come in. It's only by appointment, so you can't just walk in off the street. We have to have an appointment for you. We're not allowed to serve tea or coffee in mugs. We have to serve drinks in paper cups.
Right.
And we have to have a COVID-19 test to make sure that we're okay to work.
Well, that's
And
good to get a test.
Was that?
Have you had your test yet?
No, I'm waiting for my boss to text me when it is. She gets told when they are, and then I have to go to it.
Is that just your hairdressing job, or you going back to your bar work as well?
So that's the teaching. The bar job starts on Thursday. So the teaching doesn't start till the Monday. Thursday, I go back to the bar. We're only allowed to use the outside space. The bar's more confusing. It's very confusing. We're only allowed to use the outside space. Again, we have to wear masks and gloves. It's one person per 2 square meters, but we're allowed a maximum of 10 people on a table.
Because that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
How big are your tables?
So we've worked it out. Well, my boss has worked it out. He rang me earlier this morning, and we're technically allowed 40 people maximum in the building at the time.
Right. Okay.
But they're all the chairs are already separated, and he's basically said, like, wherever the chairs are, that's where they have to stay, which is fair enough. We're not allowed to talk to anyone. So if you came into the bar, I'm not allowed to talk to you. I'm allowed to take your order, and that's it. That's it.
Right.
We're not allowed to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Which means tips are going to be crap.
And I guess you've just got to hope that death rates don't start going up.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we only had 2 new confirmed cases on the whole island, and still no deaths. The deaths are still staying at 13, I think they are.
Okay. Only time will tell, though.
Yeah, but if you look at our population, I mean, our population's probably the same as London on its own.
Oh, okay.
So it's a big population, but it's a small population compared to the fact that that's the whole country.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our deaths are small, and there's not been a spike or anything. So, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I know.
Fingers crossed for you guys as well. Hopefully, your lockdown doesn't last too much longer.
I know. I think it's the not knowing that's making everyone go a bit stir crazy. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how long is it going to last? Oh, nobody knows.
It is frustrating.
If there was just a light, obviously no one would be able to know what it is, but it'd just be nice if there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I know. November the 1st, we can all go out again, or anything. Our date would be lovely, but obviously we don't know, and it's that not knowing.
But then at the same time, guys, remember, so we've been in lockdown 13 weeks, and today was the first day that I actually found out what my new shift was. Because, like, that's the date we got told. So we got told about a week ago that we could open on the 23rd, but then I still have to wait another week for my boss to tell me when I would be working. So it's like, I mean, we're working week by week out here. I mean, I know in the UK people want to know an actual end date, but they might not know an end date until literally a week before and think, like, okay, in a week's time we can open everything.
And it'll depend on which sector you're in. As I say, I work in eyewear and working with opticians. So, if such and such can go back to people who work in offices where it is actually possible to social distance, how's it going to work for me? My work are looking into doing virtual appointments or giving us all PPE, but that's all good and well. But are the opticians actually going to want to see us? Are people going to go for an eye test and be this close to someone? I don't know. And it's the not knowing, and it's the uncertainty of jobs and everything that's causing most people's anxieties just now, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
People I know, anyway. So anyway, so we have a few ideas for future episodes.
Yeah.
We are going to try, like what we've done today, and talk to people about more serious topics. We've got a couple of other things in the pipeline. Each week Rhys, myself, and Lee will take turns in taking control of the topic, just so it's more raw. So obviously today was talking about being gay in a third world country like Philippines, and then throughout the other time it's just general chit chat about what we've been getting up to. So we'll try every week to film and put an episode up at the weekend, if all goes to plan. We've got an amazing women again. We've met through TikTok. We're not getting paid by TikTok, by the way. You would think how many times we mention it, but we've met her through TikTok, and she is amazing. Is it Narasa? Am I saying the name right? Narasa? So she edits this for us. So once we've done our videos, we send it to her, and she works her magic and sends it back to us. So we're trying our best to keep everyone updated every week, because I think the more episodes we put out, the more following we get, and we're trying to touch on topics that are lighthearted as well, but also touching on some serious topics like what we've done today. So next week it is Rhys's turn.
I have an idea already, boys. I'll let you know.
Oh. Okay.
God help us.
And next week as well, we're going to start.
Shaving off my beard.
No. Next week, we're going to start the lip sync battle.
We will do. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Rhys frozen there?
I think I did freeze. I'm all right now. I'm back.
Oh, no, he's back. He's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
I'm saying next week we're going to start the lip sync battle. We have a few recommendations about how we can kind of do something a little bit different. So next week we are going to do a lip sync battle, and the viewers are going to decide who wins. We'll see, bitches.
Stop, queen.
With it now.
No, wait, because I don't have...
Oh, we're not doing magic tricks.
I've got like a boring top on. You can't do that to me. Look how brown I am.
Can your top do that?
Look at my beautiful tan.
Vote for me. Oh, look at your beautiful
I'm alone
tan.
at home. Please
Like
vote
anywhere.
for me. They've got people. Please vote for me. I'm alone at home.
We don't want a petty vote here.
Also, you can also follow our TikToks, individual TikToks accounts.
Oh, yes.
They'll be in the descriptions and whatnot below. And also our individual Instagrams. You can follow us, and our Real Life Gays Instagrams will be down below as well.
I don't post a lot on Instagram, so don't get excited.
I do.
Yes, Lee's the Insta whore.
I'm not the Instagram kind of girl.
No.
It still confuses me.
Instagram confuses you.
I know, I sound like I'm in my 40s here.
I think we should do like an age reversal.
I know, Lee's the oldest here, he's the best at social media.
I know you can't tell, can you really?
No, not at all.
We should do a vote on who they think the oldest. It'd be me.
But we did that in the first episode.
We told everyone our ages.
We did.
Damn. I think we all look very similar, actually.
I don't think we look... I think we all look like we're just in our 30s. I mean, I know I'm not there yet, boys, but...
I would say we look like we're in our 20s.
I'll say look about 32.
Knock, knock, knocking on 30 door. That's what I think we're all.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. I'll be 29 forever.
I think I've been 29 for about the last 4 years, so...
I mean, you've lied. You're really 35.
Oh my God, I actually keep...
I knew he was older. You can tell in his face.
I forget my age. Honest to God, I actually forget my age. I think it was about 26 for 2 years.
I always forget my age. I have to phone my friend and say, well, how old are you?
I have to count. I literally count. I'm like, 1, 2, 3.
So when were you born?
Who, me?
Uh-huh.
1991.
All right, I was 89. Okay, so you are correct.
I am correct. 29. Don't tell the world.
Right, so guys, thank you for watching this episode 2. If you've not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like and give us any comments. Also, share on your social media networks. If you would also like to email us, you can email us at thereallifegays@yahoo.com. If you do have any ideas for topics that you'd like us to discuss, or if you have any questions, or just send us an email to give us some constructive criticism or praise or anything like that, that would be lovely. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank
you guys. Keep
Bye,
it real.
Bye.
Guys,
Go on then, mate.
we're going to play a little game. So the guys don't know what game it is or what we're going to be doing. So it's called Would You Rather.
Oh. We're playing Would You Rather without an alcoholic beverage.
Well,
I've only got water.
It's family-friendly questions as well.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we put on after 9 o'clock. So it's basically, I'll do like kind of quick fire. So first word that comes in out of the 2 options, and then we'll go through a few of them.
Right.
So,
Okay.
would you rather be a detective or a pilot?
Pilot.
A pilot.
Would you rather go skiing or go to a water park?
Water park.
Water park.
Would you rather dance or sing?
Sing.
Would you rather eat broccoli flavoured ice cream or meat flavoured cookies?
Meat flavored cookies.
Oh no.
That's horrible.
What meat is it?
Bacon. Some pork chop flavored cookies.
Pork chop flavoured cookies.
No, then I'll
Well,
go
I don't know.
the ice cream.
Would you rather be incredibly funny or incredibly smart?
Funny.
Smart, because you can get rich on being smart.
Would
That's
you
why
rather play outdoors or indoors?
Indoors. Oh.
Would you rather become 5 years older or 2 years younger?
Younger.
Younger.
Yeah.
Who would want to be older, weirdo?
I don't know. Would you rather eat a hamburger or a hot dog?
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Okay. Would you rather be a wizard or a superhero?
Superhero.
Superhero.
Would you rather see a firework display or a circus performance?
Fireworks.
Circus performance.
Would you rather only be able to walk on all fours or only be able to walk sideways like a crab?
It's
All fours.
sideways. I don't want to walk on all fours.
All fours.
Yeah, that's given us a bit of insight into these 2 beauties.
I just remembered that I said sing instead of dance, and I was a Zumba instructor. Oopsie.
Mm.
Oh, sorry.